live stream, joined by, well, someone who is an absolute legend, UC Capital, Australian Opal, looking very excited towards the Olympics in a few months as well. Off to go and play NBL 1, but we've been very fortunate to grab her here for the commentary. Mariana Tyler, g'day, mate. How are you going?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. Excited to do my first session of commentary today.
Well, you've got to break the duck somewhere, and it'll be great. If you do very well, I will pass your details on to somebody that matters, and you could be on your way to the fast track to the big time.
And if I don't, you won't hear from me ever again.
Exactly. Enjoy Melbourne, will basically what we say. But thank you for joining us today. You've got plenty of experience at not only the national level and the international level, but you yourself have played at a very similar level here. It's very exciting to see that basketball is back, and back in a big way this year.
It is really exciting. I think after COVID and everything that's happened last year, everyone's excited to watch and see all the local talent that we have here in Canberra and from Bankstown in Sydney. So
yeah, absolutely. It's going to be an interesting league this year due to COVID, as you mentioned. There is a whole heap of, local players getting an opportunity that otherwise might have been filled by imports. So it's going to balance out the competition quite across the board. And with the move to the NBL 1 East competition next year, it's a really good way to sort of end the year, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I think, the WNBL showed that when the younger development players got the opportunity, they did really well. And so I think the younger players in these two squads will be looking to do the same tonight. And yeah, I'll be excited to see what they can do. Yeah,
it's going to be fantastic. We'll run through the team list very, very shortly, but there are a couple of big names across both teams with plenty of that WNBL experience right across the board. For the Canberra Nationals, Abby Cabillo, she's your teammate from the Capitals, has really jumped up in leaps and bounds over the last few years, and is a real leader on not only your team, but this team as well. So we'll be looking for her. What does she bring other than that an unbridled enthusiasm to the game?
Yeah, Abby is great. She'll bring a lot of different skills, including her leadership, but also her speed, her quicks, her defensive pressure, her ability to wear guards down the whole length of the court, and she'll look to lead from the start and get the girls pumped up and ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Joining her at number 1 is Nia Kiddell. Caitlin Rowe will be in number 4. Abby Cabillo, who we mentioned. Caitlin that's another Caitlin Rowe, bit of a misprint in that one. Yarmine's a young player for the Nationals as well, who is coming on in leaps and bounds. But a couple of familiar names also join them in Kristen Langhorne, Michelle Cozier. These are guys that you would have seen around the traps for a little while. Veteran, tough players, especially Michelle Cozier. She's a superstar.
Yeah, she is, and I'm excited to see her back on the court again. More Springs energy no matter when she steps on the court, so that'll be something that she'll definitely bring tonight.
Yeah, awesome. They'll be joined by Emmy Clark, another young up-and-comer through the basketball ACT ranks. Jasmine Butzes, who really lit them up in the earlier game. Lizzie Tonks, Michaela Williams, and Abby Morton. On the other side of the ledger, a couple of big names as well. We'll start at the top. Megan Cantillano. Number 5, Rachel Dunlop. Number 6 will be Tasman Haynes. Number 7, Deanna Milicic. Number 8, Tyler Mundine. Number 11, Maya Perich. Number 12, Alicia Poto, another player that you would have had a few ding-dong battles with over the years. Number 13, Alexandra Punasevec. Number 14, Stacey Regas. And number 15, we'll be watching an eye on, Talia Tupaya. I tell you what, these guys have got some big names as well. It's going to be a lot more even than we think.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough battle, and I think that makes the fans excited, and there's something to see. A lot of different mixes tonight, some veterans of the game in Michelle Cozier and Alicia Poto for the Bankstown team, some faces that have come back to basketball from being out for a while, so it's nice to see, and it'll be exciting to see how we go.
Yeah, exactly. Well, just as the announcers get through the game, we'd like to thank Spalding. They're the official naming rights partner of the Spalding Waratah Senior League. They are doing a fantastic job. They make a great set of balls, and they are looking really, really good there for the year. So we'd like to thank them. We'd also like to thank our teams from Club Lime, who are major sponsors. Yeah, major sponsors there as well. So they'll be really right into it. So it's great. The teams meet at halfway. As you can see, shake hands. This is going to be a cracker. Now, I don't want to put you on the spot. Where do you expect, the teams, because, of course, another player who's coaching you would have had a lot to do with, Natalie Hurst, in the coach's box. She didn't have much of a crack at it last year in her first head coaching run around with the Canberra Nationals. Only got one game in due to COVID. But I tell you what, plenty plenty of experience coming from there, and enthusiasm as well. If there's one person on the bench that you would love to have a coach, it's Natalie Hurst, local legend, life member, and basically, just bringing that Canberra energy. As a new coach, what do you think what can you expect from her? I think
Nat brings the best out of players, and she'll be looking to play from what I saw last year, a run and gun sort of game. So, I think players will have a license to shoot and take their opportunities when they get them, especially those veterans in the team there. So, it's really exciting to see, and I can't wait to see how we get. My tip for the game, I think, would have to be Canberra.
Well, I hope so. Again, I would have to say, enjoy Melbourne if it wasn't the Canberra Nationals, but no, it looks pretty good. It's all very, very balanced. As we mentioned, the coaches for today, Natalie Hurst is the head coach for the Canberra Nationals. She's assisted by Shane Wallace, and the team is managed by Sophie New. On the other side of the ledger, the Bruins are their head coach, Michelle Austin, assisted by Sherwin Halder and Ashley Corish, and their manager is Peter Haynes. Well, not too far to go until the big game. It is only a few minutes away. It certainly is going to be exciting. Round one, lots of nerves for all players, regardless of experience at any level or youth. I tell you what, super excited.
Especially considering it's probably been a while since some of these girls have played, even after the WNBL season that finished in by Christmas, so it's been quite a few months. And for those that didn't get to play a season last year, it's been a while since they've played at this level, so it might take a while to find people's feet, but I think we'll get pretty, they'll slot back into the swing of things pretty quickly. Yeah, I hope so. The last two games that we saw that weren't streamed, but I tell you what, it's 2-0 for the Canberra connection here. Both of them very exciting. The Capitals, the Canberra Nationals Academy won their very first game against the Bankstown Bruins to set up the day. Ended up winning that by about 20 points or so. And then a real nail-biter in the W2 men game with the Canberra Gunners Academy. Just holding on in, extra time in overtime to take that win against the St. George Saints. So it's the atmosphere and the crowd is building. We're not too far away from getting underway here. So once again, we thank you for joining us. If you're watching, tell your friends, make sure you jump onto the Basketball ACT Facebook page to check it all out. We're streaming both W1 games, both the women's and the men's today. It's going to be a great afternoon of basketball. The referees looks excited too. I tell you what, speaking of experience, Jack Taylor, lead referee, lead official for us today. WNBL, again, another superstar. Managed to do the finals as well. Lots of experience there. I can't see him, coming up against anything that's too difficult. So really good, officiating team out there as well. And it really shows the calibre of this league in it. So we just wait for the tip-off. It's going to be pretty exciting by the looks of it. We can see some of the starters for the Bruins. Let's see if we can put a few numbers to faces. Number 8, Tyler Mundine is out there. Number 11, Amaya Perich. Number 5, Rachel Dunlop. Number 14, Stacey Regas. It looks like number 12, Alicia Poto as well. Meanwhile, for the Canberra Nationals, 13, Chris Langhorne. 23 is Lizzie Tonks. Abby Morton. Number 5, the familiar face of Abby Cabillo. Abby Morton in number 9. And little Mickey Williams in 24. Good start there. She's definitely come on in leaps and bounds in the last few years. We start off with the Bruins get the tip. And a good rebound there by Tonks, driving the ball forward. She's got plenty of speed and guile. Looking to find the play. Finds Cabillo. Trademark just denied there by Both
Rachel
teams
Dunlop.
Trying to play for a bit of contact there.
Yeah. And again, like the other two games, started at a million miles an hour. Downtown, good 3 points there to open the account for the Bruins. Mickey Williams there with the ball. Langhorne at the top, trying to find some movement. Gets inside to Tonks. Pivots to her left. Good clear look and got her own rebound for 2 points.
Great effort on the boards there.
Yeah. Noticed over the last year or so, not a massive amount of height in this competition, and certainly, it's that movement of the ball that is really becoming paramount for all grades and divisions. Oh, big bump there. Sends Cabillo to the line.
I think you can see from the start the team that controls the pace of this game is going to do really well in the end.
Yeah, I think so. You know, both teams, like you said, want to play that run and gun style, get the opposition on the back foot. Makes the first one, locked up. Just edge over the line on that second one. And still all equal Stevens. Bruins get the ball back. Looking to attack to the left. Poto. Easy.
Still got it.
I was going to say, hasn't lost it.
it.
Absolutely. Had no hassles whatsoever there with that one.
Big pick in the middle there, guard to guard. You'd think that might be an opportunity where you could switch defensively.
Abby Morton coming in at number 9 there at the top. Lizzie Tongs. Good hand. That's 5 points for her, I think. Yeah. Just checking the stat sheet. A little bit wayward on that one, off the hands. Great room. Very involved early, Lizzie. 23, Cabillo. Oh, nice three-pointer.
Nice.
It's going to be a real shootout here.
It is. Early shots down both ends.
Oh, nice one. Nice movement there for the Bruins. Good pass. Found the player.
Nice run in the lane. Centre. Basket to basket.
Langhorn off to Williams. Cabillo and 5. Driving through, does what she does best. Tell you what, that speed off the mark, just a little bit off the rim there, off the front of it. And they'll have to be aware of that. That's her go-to play, just so quick and able to get that high arc off the drive. And settle down a little bit, starting to match up pretty well. Defense for the Nationals, very strong.
Another big offensive rebound there from Bankstown.
Yeah, just strong. Just made plenty of room. Just ghosted through and found the right spot at the right time. Oh, Lizzie Tonks again. She started very strong, hasn't she?
Nice, strong move to the basket. Got herself a little 3 and another 2 there.
Yeah, take the
start.
lead, 11 points to 10. Just over 6.5 minutes remaining here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium. And a big one. We've got a quadruple header here at Belconnen. Had 2 games already and 2 games to come. First couple of weeks, I tell you what, with the addition of the Canberra Nationals Academy, certainly is a big day of basketball right across the board.
Nice aggressive move to the baseline there by Abby and a good screen.
They lead by 3 now. Canberra Nationals looking pretty comfortable at the moment. No subs made by either team. We can see them on the far side starting to get ready.
We're on track for a high-scoring game here.
Yeah, absolutely. Foul called. Not too many fouls either at this stage.
Yep.
First subs come into it. Caitlin Rowe, number 4 for the Nationals. Makes her way into the game for Mickey Williams. Meanwhile, number 13, Alexandra Punosevac, joins her teammates on court for the Bruins. %50 from the line there. Adds an extra. Nationals still lead 13 points to 11. Caitlin Rose certainly developed. Oh, just too easy using that speed. Great step.
It was too open for her.
Exactly.
Didn't expect to be so free.
Yeah, those bread and butter points, you need to make those, especially against such a top opposition. Just a bit wayward there, a little bit over the basket. Perich. Tom still out there, finds Cabillo, sets. Some more subs come in. Abby Morton takes a seat. Natasha Lyle joins in number 8. It's been very impressive the last few years in the representatives underage representative program here at ACT, and is, well, definitely making the step up into the big time. Plenty of experience in the Premier League as well, the Basketball ACT's Premier League. Crowd's starting to buzz. I know they're getting a couple of good games here. Just getting ready on the inbound pass there for the Nationals. Lizzie Tonks. She's looking very fit. Makes a good backcourt 1-2 punch with Abby Cabillo. Hands off to each other. Cabillo drives the ball again, looking for that opening. Finds Tonks at the top. The ball's certainly been in either of their hands the majority of this quarter for the Nationals. Caitlin Rowe steps up to help out. Finds that room.
Good poise.
Gets that one.
It's an interesting matchup there with Tapea and Abby Cabillo, where Tapea's obviously got that height advantage, with Abby Cabillo looking to use her speed and her quicks.
Well, she's Michelle Cozier, injected into the game, bringing that experience.
There's a couple of missing from the Nationals tonight there. One of them, Hannah Kaiser, she's off to a wedding of WNBL star Amy Clydesdale.
Oh, yep.
Getting married today. So, yep, away for a wedding there. And Sarah McCapian.
Yeah, a couple of very experienced players there. Hannah the Laser, Kaiser, and Sarah McCapian, both played at WNBL level. He played with Hannah Kaiser during the Capitals season this year. Come across from Adelaide.
Yeah, and Hannah's one who's come through the college system and has a lot of experience, and really good player and a good person as well. So, yeah, she'll be missed tonight, but I'm sure they'll look to pick it up without her.
Yeah, exactly. Going to fall on some of those younger names that we've mentioned throughout the call so far. Good shot from outside there for Perich. They trail 16-14 here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium.
Tonksy open.
Again.
And she makes it.
She's on fire, really leading the way for them. Going to take a quick timeout. Just enjoy the pitches there.
Timeout, 19-14.
Well, just off that timeout there, 19-14 in favour of the hometown team. Canberra Nationals looking pretty good. Certainly have the measure of the Bruins in this early pace. Thought it might have blown out a little bit early. But there's still a couple of minutes to go in this quarter. Just under 4 minutes, 3:45 in that one. So they're matching up pretty well across the board. Nobody's really got the upper hand yet, have they, Mariana?
No, I think both teams are doing quite a good job of taking their open opportunities when they're getting them. Not too many forced shots, and that gives you a chance to make a higher percentage shot. So
good movement inside. Tall Timber going at it.
Tough defense there from the Nationals.
Yeah, very good defense there. Natasha Lyle, like I said, good strong body. Certainly something that they need. I want to compete with some of those bigger associations in the competition. Plenty of physicality these days. Panasevic again going hard at it again, looking to take her on, but the quick hands of Abby Cabillo.
You hate that as a big when a guard comes in and sneakily steals the ball off you.
Oh, especially when you can't see her. Nice touch there. Michelle Cozier, speaking of someone who hasn't lost it, outside 3 points, 22-14. Just open up a bit of an 8-point lead there. Coming off the back of that turnover and those quick hands from Cabillo.
Talia does a great job to use her height advantage there. And Caitlin Rose left wide open on the 3, can't convert.
Oh, Natasha Lyles found a good spot underneath. Third time lucky on that occasion. Yet another 2 points. Good movement there. Matching up well on defence there. Certainly not giving them much of an opportunity. Using a body there, number 55. Yeah, Lizzie Tonks would certainly be close to leading scorer for the Nationals based on this first quarter.
Bit of a mismatch inside. Poto trying to use her smarts.
And Caitlin Rowe had a couple of opportunities there. She's got most of them. Oh, nice again. Oh, a little bit close there. I thought they'd got the turnover once again, the Canberra Nationals. Yes, the referee saw a little something. The baseline ball. Just under a minute and a half.
Substitution for the Nationals, Emerson Clark as well.
Emerson Clark, the daughter of basketball legends of the game, Marty Clark and Julie Clark.
Oh, yep. Yeah, she certainly has become someone who is just has a real aura about her. She did extremely well in the Basketball ACT Premier League Grand Finals. A real big contributor. We get to see her a fair bit down here at Basketball ACT, and I tell you what, someone who is dedicated to practice, we see her pretty much every day, so she's certainly got the smarts and the pedigree to go all the way in this competition and beyond. Again, it's the young guns of the Canberra Nationals. A little smattering of experience, holding out the Bankstown Bruins 26-16. Just under a minute remaining on this quarter. Oh, almost bounced in there for player. Gets the ball back. They have another look at it with 14 on the shot clock. Oh, Natasha Lyle, she's really dominating the paint there for the Nationals, making it very difficult for Alexandra Panasevic.
Yeah, they've really tried to pump it inside, but they haven't been able to make the most of those opportunities from the good defense from Natasha there.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, that big, strong body, you don't want to be, running into that all day. You're going to have to start trying to mix it up. Panasevic looks to pass it out.
Ooh.
Starting to get a bit physical. Starting to get a little bit annoyed as well by the attention from Lyle. Doing a great job on the defensive end, really getting in there. I'm sure Coach Nat Hurst got in her ear and said, hey, look, score when you can, but make it hard for the opposition. You certainly need those players in the defensive capacity who are just prepared to get in there and get dirty.
Get under each other's skins.
Oh, exactly. Oh, again,
nice
good bounce.
Finish. Makes it look easy, Michelle, doesn't she?
Oh, absolutely. Almost got that one. Shot goes wayward. Quarter time here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium. It's 28-16 in favour of the hometown team. 12 points. We'll give you an update of who is the the leading scorers, but I tell you, off the top of my head, Lizzie Tonks certainly leading the way. She's hit a fair few. Caitlin Rowe would have a couple now, and Natasha Lyle.
Cabillo.
Yeah, so the scoring is certainly evenly spread across the board. Too early probably to sort of, get too worried for either team. But the Bruins are probably sitting there 12 points down going, well, we need to sort of change it up somehow. Where do you think that they will look to make some changes into the second quarter?
Yeah, and I think if you look at the score, 28 points is too much for one team to have in a quarter. They're almost on track to have 120 by the end of the game. So that's what Bankstown will definitely be looking to do, is limit some of their scoring opportunities. The Nationals are doing a great job of spreading that across the board, and they'll continue to look to do that.
Yeah, fantastic. We've got all the big details here. Now, we mentioned earlier that you are off to Melbourne, NBL 1 season. It's going to be a big competition. You're going to be playing for the Knox Raiders, preparation for the Olympics. Do you know many of the players down there, or what's the situation for you in the lead up to the Tokyo Games?
Yeah, so I've got to play against some of the players before in WNBL with Cara Tassari and also Leah Santamaggio and...
You should have it on live stats anyhow.
And Kiera Rowe.
Yep.
Some really good players there, and I got to go down to Melbourne during the week and practice with them on the Thursday night for the first time, so it was great to get the chance to meet them. And from watching them practice and scrimmage against each other, and it was great, and I'm really looking forward to the season. It's going to be a tough competition, and I'm excited to get some games after it's been 4 months since WNBL season played. So yeah, really looking forward to get stuck into it.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a great competition, and like I said, NBL 1 East will be coming into effect next year, so we're really looking forward to it. Just a couple of scorers here, as we predicted. Lizzie Tonks is leading the way for the Canberra Nationals on 10 points, ably assisted by Abby Cabillo with 6, and 5 points to Michelle Cozier and Caitlin Rowe. On the other side of the ledger, it is Talia Tupaya on 6, who is leading the way for the Bruins, and Tyler Mundine on 5 points. So they need to find a little bit more scoring for the Blue and Whites, don't they?
Yeah, and Mundine just tried to put up a shot there. It was unsuccessful, but I think they'll need to keep going back at it to get some more scorers across the board.
Yeah, coming out of the coaches off the bench there, Natalie Hurst, no doubt, would be a case of more of the same, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think, they can take confidence in that first quarter and what they're able to do. I think they could even limit Bankstown scoring a little bit more and get some less wide open shots. So, more of the same, though.
Yeah, exactly. Saw Langhorne grab 2 points to kick the lead out to 14 points, 30-16.
Talia always does such a great job of reading the defense and knowing when to attack and drawing the contact.
Yeah, that is the benefit of experience. Certainly be the other players from the Bruins will be looking to her to lead the way. Bit of a mismatch there against Caitlin Rowe.
Nice
Takes
little
full
post
advantage.
move.
Yeah, nice one. Just didn't have the size there, Caitlin, to contest and hold off. But again, Cabillo, speed, quickness off that left hand. She's been, giving teams nightmares right across the WNBL with that move, and definitely here as well in this competition, the Waratah League, brought to you by Spalding 2021, Spalding Waratah League. I tell you what, it is exciting to be back, and what a way to start 4 games in a row. It's like a mini carnival here.
Yeah, it's great to see, and great to see a packed house and people making the most of seeing their sport in a weekend.
Yeah, fantastic. So much going on.
Great hands.
Referees have called it in favour of the Canberra Nationals.
Going back to Abby Cabillo and her change of pace there, I think that's something that her and Nat Hurst have been working quite hard off in the off-seasons, and I think it's really paid off for her, not only in the Waratah League but the WNBL as well. So it's been great to see and watch her develop into the player she is.
Again, off that left side.
Beautiful.
Cozier. Good drive, good combination.
Number 15, Kristen Langhorne, and 1.
She's a lefty, so the defense has got to try and find a way to shut that down, because she's always going to try and take that as her preferential move, and she's quick.
Yeah. A lot of points coming from that left-hand side of the basket for the Nationals. Cabillo, Caitlin Rowe, Michelle Cozier as well. It's always difficult to sort of get on that offside, and they certainly become worth their weight in gold, the lefties, don't they?
They are.
Modo just unable to convert under the basket for the Bruins. Coming in, number 11, Ya Mayan, for the Nationals. Again, another good young up-and-coming player. Was involved with the team last year. Plenty of speed as well. Speaking of quickness, good finish there for number 5, Rachel Dunlop.
Nice steal, playing in the lanes and catching the offense unawares when they just try to reverse the ball.
35-20, they're just inching it back. That lead, Nationals still holding, but certainly plenty of work to do. Nice few points going the visitors' way. Bring it up to Paya. Called the charge, got it.
Charge on the run.
Well done. That's those fast feet. Well deserved to sit down there. A couple of big points. A couple of big plays for Cozier. Maybe Morton checks back in number 9. And again, really balanced at the moment. Canberra Nationals with Mayan, Cabillo, Langhorne, Tonks and Morton. Morton at the top.
Nice
inside to Langers.
High-low pass there. Great effort on the boards. Can't convert.
Can't quite get there. Did tap it up for herself. Willow just coming in a little bit, a little bit from an angle there, just catching the Bruins player on the side. Referees call the foul. And we head.
As the Nationals lead 35-20.
Yeah, 35-20, 15 points. That isn't a great deal of points, especially with the calibre of the players that are out there, Mariana. And again, a timeout called certainly is probably a good time to sort of catch your breath, reinforce the plays and the way we wanted to play in terms of the Canberra Nationals. But again, for the Bruins, just to sort of say, hey, look, keep doing what you're doing. Some of those mismatches are starting to bear fruit, but just got to hold up on that defensive end, I think.
And I think some of their shots have been open, they just haven't dropped. So I think encouraging them to still take their opportunities when they get them and getting it to the right players and in the right people's hands. But yes, you're right. Definitely on defense, they have to look to shut down the National scoring a little bit more. And I think, on their switches, they've got to be a bit more aggressive and closer to the defenders and not letting them get those wide open shots.
Yeah, they certainly are running off some screens there, the Nationals, and making it very difficult for the Bruins players to move laterally. There's plenty of, like we said, plenty of size and experience there. Some of the physiques are a little bit more mature than some of the young players from the Nationals. So if they wanted to get in that grinding game where they could just really, really physically give it to the Nationals, they could need to step that up very soon so they can draw that gap a little bit closer. But inbound pass from the Bruins there, just under 7 minutes remaining in this half. And it is down to the experience to Paya finding the player who's open. Skims off the lid there. The Tongs back with the ball from a great effort from Morton, keeping it in. Oh, just that crossover, just on that back foot. Finds Mayan on the wing. Just unable to drop, but she's able to get the ball back. Oh, just a little pinky there on the line for Langhorne.
Canberra again really looking to push the ball up the floor and test out the trans D of the Bruins. Nice denial by Abby Cabillo, forcing a long court pass.
Yeah, nice one. Sort of in slow motion there. None of the Bruins really reacted.
Took a while for Tonksy to realise she was so open.
Just off the fingertips there of Mayan. She's going to say she's one of the shorter players on the court at the moment, but was able to get that rebound and bring it out. But unfortunately for the Nationals, just tipped that line. So again, the Bruins on the attack. Those quick hands, it's certainly paying fruition, really frustrating those bigs as they try and bring the ball down. They need to look for a little bit more direction and guidance with the ball than getting it into Tapaya's hand. Otherwise, they're going to get caught, I think. Mickey Williams back in for the Nationals. Coming in for Abby Cabillo. Oh, great pass. Oh, well done. That was a really strong basket. Really strong there for Langhorne.
Was that a step over the line there on the baseline? Is that what has been called?
I think it must have been. They called it back very quickly.
Oh.
No, reset it, have they? No, all good, okay. Bruins ball. Thought they might have. 17 points is the margin here. Just over 5.5 minutes remaining in this half. 37-20 in favour of the Canberra Nationals. All seems to be bouncing the way of the Nationals in this first half. They can't really leave it too much longer to get on a bit of a run, can they, the Bruins?
They need to try and, I think, get the ball inside a bit more, and that doesn't necessarily mean to their posts. It's just some inside touches in that key way. Get some easier looks at the basket.
Well, that bounced around a couple of times and fell for Mickey Williams. 20-point lead now. Starting to get to the point where the coach of the Bruins, Michelle Austin, will be writing down furiously some notes that she wants to she'll convey at the halftime break. Oh, good pass there, just wasn't awake to it. Plenty of intention behind that one from the inbound. Thomas at the back. Williams covered pretty tightly. Tasman Haynes. They get the ball back, the Bruins there.
Nice ball pressure up the floor, causing a turnover.
Just unable to use their advantage. They settle it down in the hands of the experienced player. Some Tonks fouling there.
One more foul by the Nationals and Bankstown will have the free throw advantage with any additional foul after that.
Yeah, we're just under 5 minutes there. It might be the only way that they can get their scoring going if they start looking for that fouls as the half counts down. They've certainly been looking to take advantage of some of their mismatches. The basket just hasn't been falling, or the calls haven't been going their way. Kicks it to the top. This looks pretty good off the hands, just off to the right. And Lizzie Tonks brings it down quickly and purposely to where she wants it. Finds Morton, skips it around. Mickey Williams just loses that one in traffic. The Bruins come back. Got to bring it out just to try and reset.
Want to see them make the most of their opportunity now after getting a steal. Get a good look at the ring.
There's a bit of a mismatch there with Panesevic against Mayan, but outside just drops off, bounces off the rim into the hands of Elizabeth Tonks.
Some more nice pressure up the floor by Tasman Haynes.
Yeah, getting a couple of turnovers there. The Bruins in the last couple of plays down the court just haven't been able to convert, though. They really want to sort of cement that in the next few minutes, just to give them a bit of a... Just to give them a bit of a look and a bit of a hope heading into the halftime break.
Spent too long in the backcourt just then. Weren't aware of the shot clock. And
yeah. I thought that whistle came very quickly in that regard, but that's okay. They've still got the advantage on the scoreboard. Poto and Tapia team up to try and find some space. Drives through.
There we go. Now she's at the free throw line.
To the line, just need to tick that scoreboard over. Just get it ticking over a little bit more. It's been a little while since they've gone on a bit of a run.
Tali to the line for 2 shots.
Tali's normally pretty cash money from the free throw line, so...
Oh, there's one. You called it. And the second one in as well.
I think that's 3 or 4 for her from the free throw line so far.
Yeah, I would say she's the leading scorer, still just adding a few points here, there and everywhere. Jasmine Butsos in 21 joins the action.
Bit of a lefty scoop.
Yeah. It's a really young lineup out there for the Nationals at the moment, with Morton, Lyle, Butsos, Williams. Lizzie Tonks would probably be the most experienced one of the 5 on the court at the moment, but only by a fraction, I would say. Not by much more than everyone else. So it's great to see that, the young players of Canberra and the ACT are coming through.
Substitution for the Nationals as number 15, Michelle Cozy.
Just spoke about how young the lineup is, the experience. We've added a whole heap there with Cozier coming in at number 15. Just to lend her experience and calm these girls down and make sure they can continue their lead. 42-24 here. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the half. Nikki Williams, head fake, off the glass, nice work.
Very nice. I love the movement of the national players off the ball. Lots of screening action, lots of cutting, lots of opportunities to get some shots.
Yeah, absolutely. That passing game, finding that free person who can take it on, whether it is the drive or that open shot, really been something that they've worked at. And again, a very balanced group from last year. Didn't play too many games, but certainly have been playing together and against each other in the Premier League here.
Yeah, and you can tell it looks nice.
So able to build. Oh, nice shot from downtown from Tapia.
Can't leave her open.
14 time to pick up. There's the trick.
Oh, another nice shot there,
Nice.
Abby Morton. Heading to the bench for a timeout. Point is in front. 46-27. It is super tight. Yeah, again, not too far away from the shadow of half time. Just under 19 points is the lead. Starting to claw it back just a little bit, but again, just not enough, for the Bruins, just not enough diversity heading towards those key players, Poto and Tapia. They seem to be the ones that are causing the most headaches. You need somebody from the other, from the rest of the team to sort of step up, but nobody's really done that yet. Hopefully they can work that out. Earlier on, Mundine, we had a bit of a run, but we haven't seen her for a little bit.
Yeah, ideally get some more action cutting towards the ring, some shots in the keyway, just some, more attempts in there. I think that would help ease the pressure off Talia, as well as, some of the other players, Poto, and obviously they're trying to lean on their veterans for a bit of that support, but we need, some of the other young ones to step up as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Nationals, though, looking pretty good. Every combination they've put on so far has certainly come up with the right answer to the questions that the Bruins have been asking. And we've still got a few other players that have got, plenty to give.
And credit to the Nationals defense as well. They've been doing a good job as one of them gets back cut, actually. But
yeah. Yeah, Mickey Williams there with the foul against the Bruins player. Number 11, Maya Perich. Through the line, getting those bonus shots again. Just off the front of the rim on that one. Oh, it makes the second one after a bit of a tour of the rest of the backboard and the ring. At least somebody's getting to travel these days, so well done to the ball. Butsos 2 points there, had a big game for the Nationals Academy. Very deadly from outside. She hit a fair few from the 3-point area. So hopefully she'll get the opportunity to showcase some of that as this game progresses, and her minutes are, well, they start building up. Good pressure there from Williams. 3-on-1, able to do enough. And again, to the line. Tapia draws that foul.
And Bankstown should probably, look to try and get a bit more of that second chances on those shots, get a few more offensive rebounds and some putbacks.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems that they're sort of clearing out from the key on the offensive end to make sure that, their star players have a clear run at it. But they certainly need some help in case they miss. They just haven't been able to get in there and dominate. And you'd think with a little bit of a tall timber, they might be able to sort of really press the advantage on the inside.
And that's an effort thing, after that shot goes up, sprinting towards the ring just to be there in case it does miss.
Yeah.
It's really important.
I think many teams sort of fall into the trap with a lot of with their stars that they focus on, just getting into that belief that they'll get there, they'll do it, they'll do the job. But it is a team effort, and you really need to back up your players who are the focal point of your attack. And travel called on Cozier. 19 points. Still the lead for the Canberra Nationals. Abby Kabila, good defence up on the halfway line, making it really tough for Rachel Dunlop. Really had to work to get out of that corner. Oh, gets the block on that occasion.
Some more free throws.
Yeah, to the line. It's been their only way of scoring points, as we highlighted early in the quarter. If they can keep ticking away, get a few of the Nationals into some foul trouble, it all could change in the second half. And again, the player at the line is the one to seem to be the focus, getting those fouls called against her.
Number 14, Tyler Tapia, supports the Nationals lead 48-30.
The pass out there from Cozier finds Butsos back into Cozier. It's a little bit of room, finds Lyle.
Nice extra pass.
Out in the wing, nice good look there from young Mickey Williams, unable to drop it. As the Bruins look to bounce back, haven't had much of an occasion to set the fast break off. They're getting good position there.
Good, and that's what we want to see, a bit more of those attacks inside. They recognised they had a mismatch there on Mickey Williams, and now they get the chance to make the most of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tyler Monday makes both free throws to cut the lead to 16.
Good effort there. 16 points is the lead. Starting to chip away. Only a couple of seconds left. If they can deny, yeah, and they have with some big hands. An extra point there. Starting their confidence might go into the change rooms, might start to build a little bit. They certainly won't think that they are out of this competition at half-time. They just know that they've got a little bit of work to do. Great pass, inbound pass from Cozier. Finds Butsos. And that's it, half-time here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium. It is 48-32 in favour of the Canberra Nationals. Certainly doing it well. We'll give you an update of who the leading scorers are very, very soon. Scoring has definitely been moved around right through the team. I don't think there's too many players who haven't hit the scoreboard yet from the Canberra Nationals. We'll give you an update of who's leading the tally for them. And the Bruins, a little bit of work to do, but they're still well in it. They certainly are looking at, having to change a few points of attack, Mariana, just to sort of take advantage. We mentioned the fast break hasn't really come about in the last quarter, in the first half, but they are getting some of those isolation plays where their key players are basically, getting a really, really good look and relying on their moves to get towards the basket.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You want to try and spread the scoring around in different ways, and whether that be through shooting, attacking interior, posting up, or getting those transition looks. I think that's really important, and like you said, they're missing a bit of that transition at the moment, so they need to mix in a few more of those different options as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be super exciting here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll let you know what's going on with the scores very, very shortly in regards to that. But I tell you what, super exciting. Thanks again to Spalding, the official naming rights partner of the Spalding Waratah Senior League. They certainly make some of the best basketballs in town and right across the board. We'll jump in and be back very, very soon right here. On Wonky. Thanks for the live streaming. We're super excited. I hope you are too. Tell your friends, jump on board and enjoy not only this game, but our next game at 5 p.m, which is the Canberra Gunners versus the Bankstown Bruins. Mariana, you've been working pretty hard. Go and grab yourself a drink and have a catch your breath. We'll be back with you very, very shortly.
See you soon.
Well, welcome back to the Belconnen Basketball Stadium for this Round 1 2021 Spalding Waratah League matchup. It is the Spalding Waratah 1 women's game between the Canberra Nationals and the Bankstown Bruins. It's the Nationals who are leading by a healthy 16 points at the moment. The Bruins have got a little bit of work to do, but late in that first half, they started chipping away at the score, and, well, we expect plenty in the second half from the team from Bankstown. Joining me in the commentary booth here is the one and only Mariana Tolo, Australian Opal, UC Capitals legend. Plenty of stuff to enjoy for the hometown team and a few encouraging signs for the Bruins as well. We've got our leading scorers for the game. For the Canberra Nationals on 10 points. It's Elizabeth Tonks, ably assisted with 8 points by the veteran Michelle Cozier, and Abby Kabila is also the captain today and chipping in 8 points. And meanwhile, Talia Tupea, who we identified as one of the key stars for the Bruins, leading the way with 17 points. You've circled a couple of stats yourself that have found pretty impressive, Mariana.
Yeah, I think looking at their field goal percentage, the Nationals clearly ahead on that with 51%, shooting 51% from the two, whilst Bankstown are only at 30%. So I think that basically is the difference of the game. Their rebounding is pretty equal, and I think, Nationals have just been able to convert more of those.
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of rebounds, leading the way for the Nationals, Elizabeth Tonks, one of the shorter players on the field, so they're obviously finding herself in space as those bigs sort of drift out from under the basket, matching it in the boards department with Talia Tupea. So, yeah, it's going to be, we've identified it earlier as well, that's going to be a key difference if they can get those second and third looks at the basket.
Definitely, that'll be really important for Bankstown, and I think also looking at the stats, another one is limiting their turnovers. They've got 11 already for the half, whereas the Nationals only have 6. So trying to take care of the ball more, getting more inside easy buckets, and converting more of those opportunities.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, we're all set here for another exciting quarter at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium. The Nationals get the ball from the inbound at halfway. On the court for him to start this second half, it is number 23, Elizabeth Tonks, number 4, Caitlin Rowe, number 5, Abby Kabila, the captain today, Chris Langhorn in 13, who's got the ball now, looking to find Tonks. Tonks drives it through, finds the open person in Rowe. Almost fell on that occasion, but again, a couple of Nationals in there looking for those rebounds, just unable to get it. And joining them as well is Abby Morton in number 9.
And the Bruins looking there to be more aggressive in the fast court, and I think that paid off for them with the rebound from Talia Tupea.
Yeah, absolutely. Talia Tupea there finding herself, had a look, but when you're icing it like Lizzie Tonks from outside, I tell you what, it's hard to counter that.
Bankstown have got to sort out their transition D. She was wide open with no one within a few metres of her.
Yeah, score sheet for her. Kabila gets that intercept. A couple of options both ways. Finds Caitlin Rowe.
Again.
Who launches, why wouldn't you? Double team down there on the baseline, able to kick it back to Morton. Tonks spins it around to Kabila. Takes it on the left. Slices through the middle. Finds Caitlin again. Same way, same result. Just unable to have it bounce off, but do get the ball back. Get another 14 seconds.
Second chance points.
Oh, just sort of
been really good for Canberra.
Yeah, good. That is going to be an area that they will look to continue and maintain into this second half. Up and under there. The fingertips of Caitlin Rowe denied.
Nice block.
Tasman Haynes there. Tonks again and shoots it. Wow, she's really shooting the lights out now. Do you know the number of a good electrician? They might need it by the end of the game. She's shooting the lights out. Bruins looking to attack Mundine. As Tupea kicks it around to Haynes again. Good lateral movement on Tonks' behalf. And gets the rebound as well. Really busy game today for Elizabeth Tonks. really showing the eagerness.
I feel like at least that happens at least once a game where someone steps out of bounds on that catch. It's just knowing where the sideline is and not having that to set far so back.
Yeah, it seems to be something that, well, right across all levels of basketball.
Yeah, absolutely.
As the 3-point, as the skills grow, and people are influenced by what's happening in the NBA and the WNBA, that 3-point shot is certainly becoming more of a potent weapon for a lot of players. And it doesn't help if you've got size 12, 13 feet either. Not much
Big
room.
Rebound there by Poto, but couldn't find an open man.
Cabrillo looks to take it on. They've reset the defence there. But Morton's open, has a shot, why wouldn't you? Almost managed to get her own rebound there as it almost bounced back into her arms. Still maintain a 20-point lead, 54-34. Oh, it's got in the way there, Tonks. Hard defence. It's the deck. No damage done to either.
Bit of confusion there as to who the fouler was.
Megan Cantillano, 55, the inbound pass.
Talia's got that mismatch against Cabillo, so Chris Langhorne does the good thing and come across to help her.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just enough to put her off her shot there. Caitlin Rowe finds herself open, off the lip, but again, good rebounding position. Has two looks at it, Morton, but unable to convert. Kicks it back out to Tonks. No, she's shooting well.
Can't leave her open.
Starting to build on their lead from the halftime break. Looking to mix it up a little bit and settle down. Timeout called. They're really good that they've managed to maintain their game plan in the second half. They haven't really been troubled by a resurgent Bruins as we thought might be the case after a couple of points went their way.
Yeah, definitely. And, they're even missing a few of their shots, but they're still managing to find those second efforts and keep getting those opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. It is going to be. It's certainly a good game plan that they've got at the moment. It's working for them. They're leading by 23 points. Again, the Bruins, we mentioned a couple of things that they needed to do. They've started doing those, but again, they're just finding it very difficult to get those conversions that they need to get on a run. The Nationals have been able to defensively hold them or disrupt them with turnovers or strong defense. And, they just can't seem to get that run going. They're not panicking yet, but there could be panic stations soon, I think, if they let it drift any longer.
Definitely. I mean, by this stage, you really want to start kicking it back. But I've seen comebacks from, 19 points with 2 minutes to go. You obviously need a lot of scorers for that. But stranger things have happened. But they definitely want to start pegging it back now and not make it so hard for themselves in that last quarter.
With the opportunity here, they've got the inbound pass from the baseline after that timeout. Coach Austin for the Bruins certainly be reiterating what they needed to do. Still plenty of time left in this quarter to get a run going. Oh, a good mismatch there. It's Payet finding them and help again from Langhorne.
Yeah, that aggressive defense has been really efficient for the Nationals, just shutting down their highest scorer in Tapia there.
Yeah, they certainly are able to, get that extra player over there to help when those mismatches have occurred. Oh, Morton finds herself there trying to find someone, unable to get over the tall timber of Tapia. Brings it back. The Bruins look at balancing out. They kick it out to Poto. Gets that one.
Nice kick, nice three.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
Nice work there. Hit back straight away after that three.
With a little lefty too. Never looked like missing.
Absolutely able to get that high arc. So if any of the kids are watching, That's what you want. Get that nice high arc, make it hard for all the defence to, to stop and deny you those points.
And the ability to use both hands and finish with both hands gives you that little extra bit of advantage. Tonksy wide open at the 3 again.
Oh, be close to it, but Morton, again, getting some good second looks there. Ghosting through, finding those offensive rebounds. I'm sure she'll add to her tally. Keeps chipping away and finding herself at the right spot at the right time. And backing in, Milicic for the Bruins. She was a key focus in the first half there in the post for the team from Bankstown. And again, trying to find those mismatches where she can go to town. Doesn't help that her first half nemesis is back. Number 8, Natasha Lyle. Again, she certainly had her work cut out for her in the first half. Milicic against Lyle in that post area. Sets a screen though. Just off the top, a little bit of glad wrap on the ring.
Good rebound there by Natasha.
Yeah, nice. Poto on the back foot there. Again, good crossovers, good strong dribbling. Always great to attack a defender when they've got their back turned. She certainly makes them work harder. They've come up with the foul. Tonks finds Cabillo from downtown. Oh, Lyle again.
Another good rebound, yep.
Strong Butsos. She can shoot, and that's 2 points on that occasion. She's got a great jump shot. Looks to get Tonks on the back heel. Good mismatch there for the Bruins. And able to convert at that time. Talia Tupea.
Oh, Poto with the sneaky inbound pass steal. Has a smile as she's running back.
Yeah, good couple of baskets there, 4-point break. And again, no panic stations as they close to within 20 of the Nationals. Lyle going hard at it with Tupea there for the rebound. Floor Wipers doing a great job down at that end.
Substitution for the Nationals, number 24, Michaela Williams.
Nikki Williams back into it. Plenty of speed out there at the moment. A little bit of size too in places that count. I would suggest looking at, really sort of putting the clamps on the Bruins and using their speed. Williams, Cabillo, Butsos, all very quick.
Nice pick and pop action.
Good shot there.
Diana for the 2.
Milicic, having a bit more success from further away than up close over the course of the game. Nice shot there. Needs to start drawing her opposite number out there for them to have a chance. Good double team down there trying to get the ball from Tupea, but again, equal Stevens up down there in terms of defenders and attackers. Butsos off the pass, the high pass, had to stretch for that one from Kozia. Cabillo finds Lyle. Good rebound by Cantilano, using a body to shield the ball.
I would have liked to see Diana just to stop right in the middle of the keyway there and get that seal on Kozia.
Good shot there.
Sometimes I think posts tend to run straight to the block when every coach just wants you to run straight down the guts, right in the middle of the lane and get that seal on that target right there.
Yeah, absolutely. They certainly are mixing it up in regards to where their points of attack are at the moment with just over 2 minutes remaining in this quarter. Certainly have a nice and healthy lead. That's 14 points. I believe my maths isn't great, but off the top of it, 61-47 in favour of the hometown team. Now, while we take a time out here, yourself, you're taking a time out, like you said, getting prepared for the games. How did it affect you guys as it, changed from last year? We all thought it was going to be 2020 in terms of preparation. COVID's knocked the world around a fair bit. Moving into 2021, has it been difficult for you and some of the other players in the squad to sort of reset that mindset?
I think so, especially some of the older players who might be their last Olympics, stretching out for another year makes it a little bit more challenging. But saying that, it's the Olympics, so I think at this stage it's going ahead and everyone's really excited about that we'll be able to get the chance to play in this Olympics. But yeah, for some players it wasn't so bad. For others it might be more challenging. You know, I feel for other sports players who, you know, the Olympics, it's their first, their last, their only chance of making it, and it makes it a little bit tough for them. But it's definitely something that will be exciting to be on at the Olympics. I think it'll give everyone something to cheer for in time where things have been a bit more challenging, and so to have a bit of national team spirit and pride is going to be really exciting.
Yeah, fantastic. At the quarter break, we'll have a chat about something that's come about and it was only announced in the last few weeks. We'll get your thoughts about that very soon as we get back to the action here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium. 46, the Bankstown Bruins, they trail the Canberra Nationals 61. And again, with that determination going at it. Both Lyle and Milicic, I tell you what, they've had a great battle, one-on-one battle every time they've been on the court at the same time, very evenly matched up.
7-second shot clock here, so Bankstown will be looking to get a quick score.
Yeah, super quick there, they're all lined up, they're all split. They find Cantilano coming through. Tupea spins on the inside. Just gets...
does what she does and gets another foul.
Yeah. Just slows that momentum down a little bit. Still in a reasonable position foul-wise in this half. Just under 2 minutes remaining.
And 15 points is definitely achievable. I think, you know, they've managed to cut it down a little bit towards the end of this quarter here, and yeah, they'll have to look to do the same in the fourth. But it's just about that, chipping it away. It's not trying to be a hero and scoring 10 points really quickly. It's chipping away.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this will help a turnover for the Bruins. But all that hard work undone by charge there on Milicic. Again, like we said, these two are going hard at it. I don't want to speculate if there's anything behind it, but I tell you what, bitter rivals, and by the looks of it, they could be rivals for years to come. Elizabeth Tongs hands off to Williams. Making the move, find Cozy at the top, why not have a shot? And again, Lyle almost comes away with that rebound. Player using his speed there and his strength. And the blow past Cozier draws the foul.
Gets herself to the free throw line.
2 shots coming up from Megan Cantilano. 2 shots coming up from number 14, Tali Tupea.
Good one. She gets both of these, and it'll bring them a little bit closer within 13 points. Starts to look a little bit more achievable, knowing that the quarter time break's not too far away. And again, a good run by the Bruins. They haven't been able to get too many points back to back. Will certainly help. Kayla Rowe on the court, finds Tonks.
Tupea's had 12 free throws so far. It's a good, decent amount for a game.
Absolutely. Cozier finds Lyle inside, strong inside, but getting plenty of attention from the Bruin defenders.
3 seconds on the shot clock here underneath the basket for the Nationals.
Got a big quick release. And have it on the fingertips, ready to go, hands up. Hands off, just not there. Right direction, just not enough pepper on that one. 40 seconds remaining in this quarter. Great bounce pass
nice
there.
Movement. That was really good from Bankstown.
Great work, Emmy Clark. on court. Kozia, Tonks, Rowe and Lyle for the Nationals. Good shooting, Elizabeth Tonks. I tell you what, she's certainly got her eye in.
She has.
I mentioned before, she's looking fitter than ever.
And at an important moment of the game, Bankstown had a bit of momentum, and that's just stretched it out by another 3 points. It's big.
Yeah, good work. It's another good quarter from the Canberra Nationals, maintaining their healthy lead. 15 points it is. They are in front of the Bankstown Bruins, 64-49. Before we go much further, we'd like to thank our sponsors once again. Clubline, looking after the elite programs of the basketball ACT for many years. Great place to get down there and, get fit, get healthy, and even maybe get back on court if you're that way inclined. I certainly need to reactivate my membership to get out there. And we'd also like to thank Athlete, our apparel sponsor, as well as Spalding, the official naming rights partner of the Spalding Waratah Senior League. David J here in commentary, joined by Mariano Tolo. Plenty. We'll talk about the game in a second. We'll give you some updates of who the leading scorers are in a minute. But the big announcement, well, it's back to the future for you guys. The bodysuit is back. How good is that? And it's not something that that was put on you. It was led by the players, I believe.
Yeah, it was, and it's something that the staff said, "Are you sure? Do you want to do this?"
Yeah.
And it came from the players, and it came from a place of having the history and the heritage of the Opals and the success that they've had, and I think the bodysuit was kind of synonymous with that. And there's a couple of reasons why we wanted to go back to it. One, it makes it easier for the officials to see when a defensive player is hanging onto the jersey, so there'll be less of that. And then two, it's something special and something to work towards because only the Opals will wear it. So every little kid will dream of putting on the bodysuit and trying that. And I think it's really good to be able to work towards something, and because it is tight, you have to be in great shape.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It gives you a little bit of extra motivation to do those tough workouts.
Yeah, absolutely. It certainly is. It's great to see it back in the green and gold, and I'm sure you guys are going to go extremely well in that. Really strong medal chances, even though the final squad hasn't been named yet, but the extended squad that you guys have got together, so much experience right across the board. Players playing right across Europe, right across the US, right across Australia. Really excited for you and everyone else.
It makes it hard for Coach Sandy Brondello to choose who will be in the final 12 because we are very deep and we have such a wide caliber of players, and it's really exciting to be a part of that. So hopefully I get another opportunity to go to the Olympics, but fingers crossed for our next selection camp in May.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got no doubt that you'll be featuring pretty heavily in that squad, and if not, well, I'll make sure that you get into somebody's bag that you can go over as well. So all good. The leading scorers from the game, as we see that no points have been added for the Canberra Nationals. It is Lizzie Tonks leading the way with 22 points, ably assisted by Abby Cabillo with 10 and 8 points to Michelle Cozier. For the Bankstown Bruins, like we've been saying all game, Talia Tupé has been their main focus, 22 points, but she's ably assisted with 11 points from Alicia Poto and Tyler Mundine on 8 points. So they need to get a little bit more scoring output from some of the other players on the blue and white team. But I tell you what, it's a pretty good position right across the board. 15 points isn't insurmountable for the Bruins, but they'll certainly be looking to get a bit of a run early in this one.
Definitely can't and don't want to leave it too late to give yourself a bit of a chance and time to make some momentum for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Great pass there from Poto. Finds the open play. Unfortunately, just rims out.
They're doing a better job of moving the ball, though. It's what we like to see, and it's helping them offensively.
Exactly, just those bounce passes and all of those kind of things, and drawing that extra defender has certainly helped them open up some of their scoring channels. Just haven't been able to convert. Mundine's out on the wing. Just bounces off the top. Lyle able to work through, fight through, rebound.
A very nice box out from her. She really held her player and then went and got the ball.
Yeah, Maya Perrick there in number 8's got those long arms. But Lyle doing a great job. Caitlin Rowe almost finds that spot, almost bounced the way that she wanted to off the rim. Mundine comes away with it. Poto
bit more stagnant here from the Nationals. I think they could get a bit more movement, get a bit more off the ball screens and back cuts as well.
Yeah, several years ago, and I'm talking several years ago, Mariana, 15 points, you might as well go home.
Yeah.
I tell you what, these days,
definitely.
It doesn't take long, a couple of
it's
threes.
A shooter's game.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, this big hole there opens up for Caitlin Rowe. Big push. Oh, just across the arms there from Tapia.
Was that a intentional or unsportsmanlike? Or you can't?
No, I don't think it was. I don't think the referees called that. I think they called it across the arms. She'll go to the line to add a couple, but that's certainly open up. Our commentary spot here certainly open up. The defenders sort of just split. I don't know what was going on there. A bit of lack of communication in terms of the play with the ball, making sure they were covered, forcing the late foul.
You always got to guard the ball first. The most important thing. You can't score without the ball, so the defense has got to make sure they're covered at all times.
Yeah, absolutely. 64-49 here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium, part of our quadruple header. That's not often you say quadruple, is it? We've certainly been saying it a lot today because we've had 4 amazing games throughout, so far, or 3 amazing games so far with 1 to come. The Canberra Nationals Academy, newly appointed, which is a really exciting opportunity for the young players stepping out of those underage representative programs into a feeder-type program for the Canberra Nationals. And as I mentioned, a couple of players there did extremely well. They got their very first up win in their debut match. How excited would they feel, some of those young players, you think?
That is great, and I think that clear pathway really helps those kids to kind of see a chance for success and that they can make it through to WNBL or college or whatever's next. But yeah, it's a good stepping stone towards that.
Oh, you're right. They did call a unsportsmanlike there. This Caitlin Rowe is at the line. No line up there. Misses 2. Didn't take advantage of that, but I'm sure with the ball in hand, they'll be looking to convert some more points here. In the second game today, the Canberra Gunners Academy, they came from behind to beat the St. George Saints by about 6 points. That was a cracking game. I don't know if you caught much of that, but I tell you what, my heart's still beating fast from that one, and we're nearly at the end of this third game. But that was an absolute cracker from the 2019 champions of Spalding Waratah 2 men's. Really dug deep. Lots of young players coming through that will feature in the top squad in years to come. A couple of guys from that top squad just balancing out that team. It was an absolute beauty. And if you were here to catch that, well, you certainly did see some spectacular basketball. So it's 2-0 for the Canberra teams here at the moment. And based on what we've seen thus far, it was just over 7 minutes. It could be 3-0. Oh, good shot there. Nice
big shot.
Yeah, definitely needed that.
Bankstown going on a bit of a run here. Here's a real opportunity.
Oh, quick hands again in traffic.
Michelle says no.
Yeah. Jones is really bringing her A game today. It'd be great to see her feature throughout the season, even when some of those players that we mentioned who aren't available come back into it. She'll definitely have something to add to this squad.
Mundine with a big power layup there, going up nice and strong to the basket.
Yeah, draws within 12 points there. But again, Langhorne able to keep it. Decent breathing space. Score a few times. Got to score a few times now to bring it up. They can't just rely on their threes easily. And to pay us strong against some of those undersized defenders. Langhorne finds Cabillo able to pivot around. Gets it on the right hand this time.
Speed.
Oh, look at that.
She came from behind and managed to meet all the players down the court. That's what Abby Cabillo does.
Fantastic. And the ball in hand all the way as well. Oh, draws a foul there. A bit of contact on the way. Good effort though. Need to just settle down a little bit, the Bruins, if they want to get back into this match. 16 points. It's been hovering around that 14 to 16 mark. Got as low as 12 there for for a brief second for them. But again, the Nationals make some subs and get a bit of balance and experience and height of Cozier and Langhorne, balanced up with Cabillo, Rowe and Mickey Williams on court at the moment. Nice job there from Tasman Hames. Haynes is joined by Poto, Cantillano, Mundine, Tapia, and Milicic on court. Again, they've denied the Nationals here, 15. They either want to go to the line. Called the charge.
Illegal screen, I believe, moving.
The offensive foul. Not what you need when you're trying to play catch-up.
No, definitely not. Still 5.5 minutes here. They've got a chance to bring it back, but they need to dig deep with a stop here.
Langhorne finds herself open there. Chances are arm. Falls into the waiting arm. Tapia finds Milicic. Milicic the pivot.
It's a nice little move.
Yeah, nice move. Milicic able to use her height advantage. That mismatch there. Certainly hasn't had her own way throughout the game. Here's Lyle covering her when she's been on court very strongly. This time, Langhorne matches up 13 on 13. Proto underneath, drives back into the middle, finds Cantillano. Oh, back into her arms, just over the head. Gets the 2 points and one.
Shows you the beauty of following your own shot, the opportunity for a putback there.
Yeah, exactly. And again, don't want to labour the point. School holidays around most of the country at the moment. So any kids are out there, young hoopsters, take note.
And 1 3-point play. That's big for Bankstown now. They've brought it back to 10 points.
10 points, exactly. They get a decent stop here and convert. It'll be single figures. Start fancying their chances with just under 5 minutes.
I think Nationals' outside scoring has dried up a bit this quarter, and so that's why the Bankstown team has been able to take a bit of an advantage of that.
Oh, good cut off there by Langhorne. Drives hard against Tapia. Draws the foul.
Chance for 2 easy points here from the free throw line.
Yeah, Bruins would be certainly not happy about turning that ball over. So much so, Coach Austin calls a timeout. Well, while we take a time out here, once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Of course, Spalding, they are the official naming rights partner of the Spalding Waratah Senior League. And without a basketball, you certainly can't have a game. So these guys are doing a great job, long-term sponsors of the game, and it's great to have them back on board in 2021. Locally, our elite programs here at Basketball ACT, the Gunners, the Nationals, and right through the academy, sponsored by Club Lime. Fantastic. Now, just switching our, we've spoken about international level, and and I hate to labour the point, it's great to have you here because we can find out the inside. We're very fortunate that you've got so much. WNBL starting to, line up for the year in terms of the Capitals' preparations from last year. A few things that need to work to get featured back into those finals and lift that cup again. How are things going there? Is everybody is looking good? We can see Paul Goris in the crowd here. He's keeping an eye on what's happening here across a few things. Preparation certainly starting. Is it something that's in the back of your mind already at this time of year?
Yeah, so free agency has just opened up, so I think, announcements are sure to happen over the next couple of weeks of players signing with the team. So the Caps have one player signed from last year, and that's Michaela Roof. And so everyone else has gone to free agency. Yep. So Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who has signed with the team so far, and we don't even know what the season's going to look like next year yet, whether it'll be a hub or back to a regular sort of season. I think there will be 2 imports in the ability for teams to have 2 imports again. So that's something different that will happen this year, which we didn't have last year.
Yeah, no, that's great. It's great to see you guys back. How was the hub experience? It was it sounded fantastic. The tropical, you got to play in front of family and friends back in Mackay and in North Queensland. For you personally, obviously, it was a great opportunity.
Yeah, it was. It was an opportunity to live and breathe basketball for 7 weeks or so, and I think when we came back, everyone was really excited being able to watch basketball every second day. So it was really good for basketball fans to be able to watch that and see some really high quality games. It was such a close, tough competition. The top, 5 or 6 teams were all with a chance to make finals. And unfortunately, we lost in the prelim. And that makes it always a little bit more challenging, but it was a really good experience and a great team, and I had fun with my teammates this season, that's for sure.
Absolutely, would have accelerated that off-court bonding as well, and that chemistry in that environment. You usually get a couple of days away to do it, but to be in that program and in that hub together, it certainly would have formed some very, very strong bonds and relationships. Yeah,
it allowed us to get to know each other really well and hear more about different relationships and families and friends and where we've come from and what we've been up to. And it was really special to be able to do that over that time in North Queensland. And we got to see a bit of North Queensland, which was good when some players had been through, being in Melbourne and in the tough COVID lockdown. It was always good to be able to have an opportunity to travel a little bit there too.
Oh, well, we look forward to seeing you back on court for the WNBL, hopefully in Capitals colours. Entirely up to you, but again, it is fantastic to have your experience and your knowledge of that competition here today. Oh, good effort there from Emmy Clark, unable to let it fall, but Cozy is able to get it. It's just on 10 points there. A bit of a run by the Bruins has brought it back to 10. But I tell you, Mickey Williams there off the left hand, able to get around the much taller Milicic to get that to basket.
It was great that she was able to stay so poised when the shot clock was going down and find a way to get an open shot under the basket.
Here she goes again, finds herself in a similar position, but she chooses to stop and prop and get that ball in the air. And unfortunately, it doesn't go her way. And there's 2 players hit the ground. Amy Clark and Mundine. And a foul was spotted there by the referees, and they head to the line. This could bring it back to 10 points again. Just over 2.5 minutes remaining in this game. And again, if they can nail this, get a turnover and convert, the Bruins might fancy their chances for a late upset.
I think Nationals were looking to use a lot of the clock here, but still find a good shot. It's tough to balance that mindset with also being aggressive and getting an open shot and not just looking to run out the clock.
Yeah. Exactly. All quick hands there by Cantillano's made it hard for Williams, but she's been able to find Cabillo. She drives into it, clears Mundine away on the back foot, but unable to convert. Real danger period here. If they can get a few points, the Bruins will start fancying their chances, lift the intensity a little bit on the defensive end. Drive through by Mundine there, unable to fall.
And 2-on-1 situation here. Tonksy just holding the ball up and making sure they get a good set and use a bit more of the clock.
Yeah, they certainly hold the upper hand at the moment as the clock ticks down to under 2 minutes. Basket there for Cabillo, plenty of traffic to get through. Draws the foul and one.
And that's a real skill of Abby's to be able to, at her height, use her speed to her advantage and her poise to be able to get a shot off in there. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, very much so. Cool heads, plenty of that at practice. And she certainly has become one of Canberra's favourite players over the last few years. Cantalano finds Poto at the top. We'll set a screen there for her. Choose to go that way. Poto finds Tapia and gets the rebound. Kozia, those long arms, just able to get hold of the ball for the Nationals as they head into the final minute of the game. 12-point leaders, 14-point leaders, I'm sorry. Nice three there for Mickey Williams on the wing. Yeah, that's a real dagger there. I think it's...
Could be the nail in the coffin there.
Absolutely. There's not much left in this one. 58 seconds or so. Could be way too much. Stranger things have happened. Cantalano skips it around the top. Mundine gets some help. Perich got a turnover again. Kozia. Williams. Nice work, nice team play there.
Nationals extend their lead to 81-62.
Side to Cantalano, probably should have gone for it. The amount of time that was left. Why not jack it up and see if he could pad it out. A good basket there from Mundine. Plenty of tension on the way.
I think they'll probably just run the clock out here.
Running those screens for Williams. Why not take a shot? Almost paid off for her. Just a late foul there. Goes to the line to finish it off.
You know, you never know what might happen towards the end of the season and whether the points difference counts. So
they're always healthy, especially when it comes down in what is going to be a pretty tight competition throughout the year, in my opinion. And again, with the the equalisation of talent across the board, it is going to be a very good one. So counting down the last 5 seconds of this one here at the Bell Connor Basketball Stadium, big crowd. We'll get to see the Canberra Nationals emerge victorious over the Bankstown Bruins, 81-66. A 15-point win there for them. Takes to 3-0 in our massive quadruple header, so it's a nice one. Reversed her record from last year. Nat Hurst in her one game, so she's now 1-1 as head coach. 50%, you might 100%. As well take that. All good. We'll go through some of the leading scorers and stats leaders in a minute. But Mariana, awesome game there. I no doubt, even though you will be in the NBL 1 competition down in Melbourne, you'll be keeping an eye on some of these players because potentially some of them could be your teammates again very, very soon. Yeah, definitely. And, you know, having the teammates of Hannah Kaiser and Abby Cabillo and in the past, you know, Sarah McCapian as well. I always like to keep an eye on these girls and how they're tracking, and being ex-teammates Natty Hurst as well, I always like to get an update on how she's tracking as well, and she's done a wonderful job with these girls, and you can see that already tonight with how they're playing their style, their ability to play offense and move without the ball, just dominated the game tonight, and then that's why they were able to be victorious in the end. Yeah, fantastic. Well, we're not too far away from the tip-off of the men's game in the Sporting Waratah 1 competition. It is the Canberra Gunners against the Bankstown Bruins. I can see the stats team coming over right now. We'll run through those quickly and then we'll let you go and get a drink or something. Make sure you join us for that game that is coming up. Talia Tupea for the Bruins, 24 points, helped by Tyler Mundine with 14 and Alicia Poto. Those three players we identified earlier as those experienced players. They certainly came and played their A game in regards to that. Probably need a little bit more scoring from some of the other players. But for the Canberra Nationals, she was on fire early and kept it consistent all the way through the game. Elizabeth Tonks, a mammoth game there. 22 points for the Canberra Nationals, assisted by Abby Cabillo with 14 and Michaela Williams with 12. And the veteran, Michelle Kozia, great to see her back in court, 10 points. from here, either team, where do you think they need to improve, or what do you think they need to do in preparation for next game?
I think for the Nationals, they just need to be consistent throughout the whole game. It showed that they had little lapses there in that second half, and while they were victorious against a better team and a tougher team, that they can't give teams a chance to claw it back, and they want to stay consistent and hold that lead the whole game. So that's where they need to work. And I think Bankstown just need to move the ball a little bit more. And like you said earlier, find some more scorers out there. People need to be more aggressive. Obviously, they were down on numbers tonight and didn't have as many subs. But yeah, they need to find a way to do that, but also not have so many lapses on defense where they leave players wide open for those 3 bombs as well. Yeah,
absolutely. Spot on there with your call. First time, pretty painless, wasn't it? We're most welcome back in the commentary booth, whether here or higher. You've done a magnificent job, so thank you, Mariana. All the very best for the NBL 1 season, the Olympics, the WNBL, everything. We look forward to seeing you back here very, very soon.
Thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure.
No problem. Well, stick around. We're not too far away from the tip-off of our next game. You are watching the Wonky coverage, live streaming the very first round, the quadruple header here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium for the 2021 Spalding Waratah season.